Hi everybody, my name's Hilda Smith and I have my trusty friend Megan Andrews alongside me. Okay, apologies if the camera goes out again. It does a couple of times, it soon comes back. Anyway, today we're going to draw pineapples and coconuts. I always like to start off with a centre line. So whatever size you do this, we draw it once and then we find the middle, which is roughly about there. Okay, and I'm going to come up to there, it looks about right. And then I'm just going to go with a squishy square like this to try and get that even. Okay, I'm starting the lines going across like that. I'm coming across. I don't need this middle line, and in a minute I will stop it. Let's do this from this side now. I'm coming across like that. So now I've got all these lovely squares for the pineapple. I'll bring that down like that across, because that's the side of it. Okay, I'm taking this line and that first one I'm going to bring it up like that for the pineapple. Let's bring that over there, and then we can bring that over there. We want the top one to finish about there, don't we? So we can have them a bit longer. Let's sort of bring them over there, and let's bring one there. Maybe we can, oh, this is clever. We can bring a bendy one over. Should we bring a bendy one over? Why not? Let's bring one line there. And then I'm bringing one up like that. So it looks a bit like that. You can always add a few more if you want to. Okay. I just got a few like that. So I'm just bringing that towards me just while I rub out the line, because we don't need this middle line. Okay, so I just rub that out, rub out that, and rub out that. Okay, so I've done that. I'm doing it very quickly. Okay, because I know you like. Now, in the middle of these, each one, again, I'm going to do a squashy sort of rectangle, I suppose, more than a square, isn't it? But I'm leaving a gap between them like this. Not being too fussy, because it's just an old pineapple, isn't it? If you do it too neat, it looks like it doesn't look real sometimes. And already this is looking real, isn't it? If you were, and you may put some leaves over there to make it look a bit more realistic. At the bottom of this pineapple, I don't know if you knew, but pineapples grow on bushes on the ground, and they pluck them out of the ground, I always thought they grew on palm trees, but apparently not. And in the side, if we do a little circle and a little circle like that, and one bit there, you could even do like a cross on it. Not all of them, don't be too fussy. Just do a bit. Some can have 2 or 3. A circle and a line, a circle, line up, circle, line up. Like this. I'm just going to quickly do all these. There you are. So I've got a circle and a little flower like that. Another one. So I've done all these there. That's I like my pineapple. And next door to it, we're going to have a coconut. So this time I'm going to do my line going across here. So I've got my line there like that. And I'm just going to do the middle of the coconut. I've got him a bit long, but let's go the outside of the coconut. Okay, so there. So that was only a guideline, so I don't really need it. So I've just rubbed that out. Don't really need that. And then I'm going to come inside of that line. Oh, and there. we have our coconut like this. Okay, so we need to get this a little bit. Let's do a little bit of an edge there to show. I'll come down a bit. Maybe I'll come down a bit more. Maybe bring that down a bit because it's nice, those crunchy bits of coconut. So I'm just going to bring that around like that. These are cross sort of little segments, and there would be, you know, when you have the milk in the coconut, would be in there, wouldn't it? So we just go into roughly so it looks like a coconut. There you are. And I don't know if you remember, they're hairy, aren't they, coconuts? A hairy coconut. So we just put some little lines like this to make it a bit hairy. I just do all sorts of scribbly lines, really. Okay, so get it like this. They're usually brown with scribbly lines. I don't know if they have coconut shies now at the fairground, do they, Meg?
I'm sure.
You know, you've got to hit them off the shy with a big ball. In my day, we always have coconut. And then you usually have like 3, I think it's 3, maybe 2. There's black circles, and you have to put your hammer there, a hammer. You'd put a notch, something to make a hole in so that you could pour the milk out of there. So they always got this. Now then, they're in a shell, aren't we? And our coconut. Oh, let's have him. So we've just opened him in half. So this is behind the shell. Yeah, so if I colour that in there. Okay, so colour that in there like this. So there's our hairy coconut. There you are. So we could, we go back to this now. So there's the coconut. It's all white, isn't it? You could make it more realistic if you wanted to tidy it up a bit. You've got to get that really dark in there because that's the outside shell, isn't it? Where it's been cut off. We could show a bit of hair or something where we've broken it in half, haven't we? So we just put a few more darks in there. And you could work on that a bit better than what I've done. But I think it looks like a coconut. We just put him on the, I don't know, we just put him out at the beach on a beach table or somewhere ready to have. And here with the pineapple, you can do it. I won't do it in paints now because we haven't got a lot of time on this one. So I'm just going to make that dark. I'd probably do that in orange and then do the centers in a yellow. So I'm just coming around like this. Coming around. Really colour them in. And you could show little spikes. You know, you got from these circles, they got like sticky out bits. What you call them either. So I've got this. There's the little roots. There's the coconut. And then here, if you wanted to, you could colour behind with a pencil. Rushed that, didn't I? So just get that dark behind there. Behind there, not the. We don't want to make it too neat, do we? Because they're not. Sometimes they got very long. Sometimes they're skinny pineapples. So there they are on the table looking over, and maybe just for good measure, perhaps we do a little palm here coming down. Now to do palms. So they have a spine here, and then leave these grasses, and we just put that over there. So a very, very quick drawing today. And so I just bring that over. Hope you don't mind the speed with what I'm doing it, but you can. So leaf there, going up there. Yeah, how you doing, Megan? Are you doing it super quick? I know. I'm renowned for doing quick things. So we got the palm just coming off the palm tree here. And I think I showed you how to do a palm tree before, didn't I?
Yeah.
So you've got the palm tree. Makes it look like a Caribbean picture. Yeah. Put that a bit darker because it's in a bit of shadow there. So that it, a few little cracks there where you've, it's hard, isn't it, coconut? Another bit there. Maybe there's another palm tree coming over here. So I'm going to have to. And Megan, you're going to be able to show yours, Meg?
I don't know. Mine smells good.
Oh, it's looking, your pineapple is looking really good.
I'm not sure about really good.
Yeah. So, it's a very quick moment. If I wanted to, maybe I do this top and I just rub that bit out a moment because I love it. I'm going to be very clever. I'm going to have another leaf coming over there. Okay, so there's another leaf, but that's, you know, if you wanted to, you could paint it or colour it in green, can't you? But because of we're just going to keep it as a pencil drawing. There we are. I should have some piece of coconut, but so we've got our little finished drawing here. Just do that dark a minute. We don't want to make it too complicated. We just want to make it what it is, isn't it? You could even have the sea going out there, couldn't you? You could have a line there to show the sea. Look. There you are. I've even put a line there. And we're looking out to sea. I'm not going to bother with the boat. I'm going to say that's finished now, Meg. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just do a few more things there. There you are. We can put a bit of a shadow. I love shadows. Put a bit of shadow over there because we have the light coming from there. And I'll just put it on the table as a shadow there. And there you are. And can we see yours, Meg? Are you going to?
Mine's very rushed.
Well, so we done it in real time, didn't we?